Topic is farm laws, the constitutional validity, and the hope. The Supreme Court recently formed to bring the deadlock to an end. It actually formed a committee of experts. Basically, these experts are nothing less than the great defenders of the farm laws, actually. Now, let's assume that these defenders or the committee of experts are have kept their bias towards farm laws away, and they've given some kind of recommendations. Now, if the Supreme Court upholds these recommendations that were given by the committee of experts, is the agitation going to stop? Absolutely no. The agitation is not going to stop because the farmers want complete repeal of these laws. The reason why government has been be so stubborn about it, and also the farmers, but when we come to the government has invested a lot of prestige in this, and also it feels and it is proud of the majority that it enjoys in the parliament. That is why it is a little stubborn in terms of these farm laws. Now, let us have a look at some of the facts here in terms of the farm laws. Were these made according to the rules? Absolutely not. These laws were not made according to the rules. Why am I saying that? First and foremost thing is agriculture is a state subject, and it falls under the state list. And the parliament has no authority to legislate in a state list, and it is complete breach of federalism, right? So it shouldn't have made a law on agriculture given the fact that it falls under the state list. The second thing is, even if one member decides to ask for division of votes in the parliament, or the council chairman should given for the demand for division of votes, and not let it happen as a voice vote. So what happened that day was the deputy chairman was heading the council, and he went ahead and decided to have a voice vote in Rajya Sabha and did not have a division of votes, which was actually demanded by one of the member. So it violated two things right here. The third thing is, under Article 100, it clearly states that all questions at any sitting of either house of the parliament shall be determined by majority of votes of members present and voting. Now, this majority cannot be decided by a voice vote, because voice vote is something that constitution does not recognize, and even if it is there, it is only for convenience, and because the government convenience of the parliament. But the government assumes that it has the majority in the parliament, and it goes ahead with the voice vote. Now, what are the options before judiciary? Apart from committee of experts, what are the options that judiciary actually had? The first and foremost thing is to check Article 122. Article 122 clearly states that there should not be any judicial review with respect to the proceedings of the house. Now, when the proceedings of the house is in violation of the constitution, judiciary can intervene and can intervene if somebody challenges it. For example, in the Raja Rampal case, the Supreme Court categorically stated that if there are any substantive grounds of the violation of the constitution, then the whatever proceedings of the house can be challenged in the Supreme Court. And we saw that there was clear violation of constitution in Article 100. Now, the other option that the Supreme Court has is to strike down the article, taking the clue from Article 107, which says that both a law has to be passed in both the houses. Now, we saw that actually the Rajya Sabha passing was not in accordance with the rules, so it can clearly strike down these laws, or it can invalidate the proceedings of the Rajya Sabha, send all these three bills back to the Rajya Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha has an option to create a select committee with all the stakeholders from government to farmers, and and come up with the probable recommendations, or the government can withdraw the bills and bring in fresh bills. So, but farmers want the complete repealing of the bills, and are not sure when this agitation is going to end. But given all this discussion, the Supreme Court should just check the constitutional validity of the laws, and should not be setting up a committee of experts and trying to legislate on its own, because the act of legislation is specific to the centrality of the parliament, and with all these things happening, the centrality of the parliament should not be lost sight. Thank you.